Ah. Oh. Yo. Oh, good morning, streamers. It might be too early for all the streamers out there. I see a couple of you popping on as we do a pre-show. Good morning, Eric. It's good to see you. Just getting warmed up as we start off the show. Got a big one for you today on this Wednesday. And so I thought, since it's such a big show, so well planned out, if you ask me, that I'd get on early just to say what's up to you guys and give you a heads up of what we're going to be presenting today on the show. And there's a lot of stuff to get to. I'm excited about it. Of course, it's Wednesday. Wednesday means another score report, so I cannot stress enough. The score report today is going to be fantastic. It is Nick and Mari. Oh, yes. How good is Mari in bed? I know you asked. I know you're thinking it. Well, we're going to find out because a booty call of hers, Nick, calls into the show and rates her in the score report. And he thought that's all he was going to do. But I'm a dick like that. And I flipped the script and I have her give a rating right back to him. It's the first time for this. It worked out pretty well. So I'm excited to share both those clips for you around 7 o'clock this morning. And get ready to leave Colorado. What part of Colorado? Is it close to Casa Bonita? That's what I want to know. Also, I'm giving away tickets for Skillet around 6:30. Going to play another round of The Last Word. Got some pretty funny categories here. So hopefully it works out well. So that's happening. I'll be mentioning the Bush and STP concert, but not giving away tickets for that till next week. Major rock star got COVID, canceled a bunch of dates. Talk about that because that's a show that we've given out tickets to. And so much more. So how you guys doing this morning? Grand Junction. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know about some Grand Junction. I got an alternative radio station out there. Oh, I know. I applied for that. Did not get the job. So about 6 minutes away from the show open, Erin's going to be joining me this morning. Drum is still out with strep. She should be fine for tomorrow, so we'll see. But yeah, everyone around me is sick, and I'm paranoid as hell. I tried to get a COVID test yesterday for me and my daughter, because my daughter has a sore throat. I think it's strep. But I'm feeling fine. But I'm also vaccinated. And we'll find out today as we go get a COVID test today. But it was such a pain in the ass to get a COVID test this time around. I've had like 3 or 4 COVID tests over the past year. The last couple times are super easy. When I had to go to Hawaii, that was the easiest. This time, it was the biggest pain in the ass that I've dealt with so far as getting tests because so many people are getting scares or getting COVID that they loaded it up. So like the Walgreens is too busy and you have to book out like a day in advance. And usually that's what I do. I just do the Walgreens, something nice and easy. And that wasn't the case yesterday. So I had to schedule it yesterday. I went there and they're like, no, you have to come back tomorrow. I'm like, son of a bitch. Well, I'm trying to figure things out. That's awesome. I'm sure she's having a good time. Grand Junction, going to college there. And it's nice right now in the summertime. And then she's going to have her first dose of snow, I'm assuming. I went to Flagstaff for my college experience. My first year up there, it was just like this summer in Tucson. It was the most recorded snowfall that they had in about 50 years. That was my first year up in Flagstaff. It was fantastic. And then I was delivering food, so I had to learn how to drive in snow for the very first time and then drive in blizzards. And what I found out quickly is when you drive in snow, there'd be moments where you're behind the wheel, but you have no control. And you just start spinning and you just kind of wait until see what happens, see what you run into. So I've been in many car accidents because of the snow and got out unscathed in all of them. Super lucky. But that's always fun to learn. That's a college learning experience right there. Something they don't teach you in class, but something you'll take away for the rest of your life is how to survive wrecking your car in the snow. Oh, nice. San Diego, yeah. The military or the Marine Corps. Yeah, that still seems like a good time. I have plenty of buddies who've done that. That's what's weird about San Diego. You got a bunch of surfer bras, right? You got a bunch of laid back Southern California bras and chicks, and then you have the highly strung Marines walking around there. Not all of them are highly strung, but some of them, that training is pretty hardcore. All right, we're about 2.5 minutes until I go into the show open. So I'm going to do a little show open for you. Then I'm going to end this stream, record a bunch of stuff, be back live for our podcast, our video podcast broadcast that we do. And I'll share some of the clips I recorded earlier with Aaron and also just kind of live stream chat with everybody. Good morning, Kirsten. But I thought since it's been a while since I've done a live stream this early, I'd do, switch it up a little bit. It's not that bad. I can't get in that much trouble for it, can I? We'll find out. Oh, we will find out. All right. And today we got a trend coming out as far as ratings are concerned. It's not the official ratings, but it gives you an idea of where ratings are headed. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. Now, again, this station's in last place. So the good news is I can't go any lower. The bad news is if I somehow manage to go lower, that's going to look really, really, really bad. I know. I'm sorry. And again, we are going to do longer streams soon enough. But for now, as we get everyone kind of introduced to the show over the airwaves and through the KFMA Facebook page, we get them comfortable and then we start slowly expanding. And that might even mean 4 different streams, or at least start off with 2 different hour-long streams. One to start off the day, and then one at 9 a.m. to end the day, like bookend it. So that's something I'm considering. I'm considering a bunch of ideas when it comes to that. That's fine. Yeah, you should be driving and concentrate on driving safe. I have a couple emails, too, that I should get to. Good morning, Christine. It's good to see you. How's the craps looking at Casino del Sol? I'm trying to pitch them to do like a craps tournament. That's what I want to do. Be like, let me bring out our listeners to do a craps tournament. How fantastic would that be? I got 10 seconds before I go live, so let me do the show open for you real quick.
Tucson's rock station, Rock 102.1 KFMA, Oro Valley, Tucson. An Arizona Lotus Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go. Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. My name is Beef Vegan, and happy Wednesday to you. We got a huge show lined up for you this morning. So many things to get to. Of course, since it is Wednesday, we have another edition of the Score Report. That's happening at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock this morning. Who's in the Score Report this week? The hot seat, if you will? Mari. Oh, yes, Mari. That's going to be fantastic. It's the very first time that we have one of our female guests in the hot seat for the Score Report, as her booty called Nick calls in and rates her on a scale of 1 to 10 how good she is in bed. Now, that could have been just it, right? Now, I already assumed that Mari would get high scores. Her scores didn't disappoint. I think a lot of you guys would assume that she'd be a high score. Something that you brag about. A good notch in the belt. So I wasn't going to just leave it at that because that's just boring. That's not good radio. So what I did was, before Nick hung up, and what I did not tell him ahead of time, was that I actually wanted Mari to score him. So we flipped the script on Nick, and his surprise is audible, and it's very funny. So I'm sharing that with you at 7 o'clock this morning. So make sure you get ready for that. Another edition of the Score Report. Also, with that, we got tickets to give away for Skillet. That's happening at 6:30. And we're going to do the last word for that. And F My Life, and Aaron's going to come in, and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm live streaming the show open right now, so I'm looking at comments. And talking to my friend Christine, who's a dealer at Casino del Sol, who I'm actively pitching like a craps tournament for. If you didn't know, Casino del Sol started live craps and live roulette this last Wednesday. And that's huge. That's huge here for the state of Arizona. These are Vegas style games. It was only a matter of time. Money talks, and they've been trying to get these games for a very long time. Now that they have them, well, guess what? Southern Arizonans don't necessarily know how to play these games. And so it's going to be slow to start off with. So I've been talking to my sales manager and saying, hey, I know how to deal craps. I know how to play craps. I love the game of craps. Craps is that game that's in the center of the table that's making all the noise in the entire casino. It's the heartbeat of the casino. Based off the energy you're getting from the craps table, that energy is contagious. It's very important for casinos to have a good craps pit in the middle of their casino. That's why it's always placed in the middle there. So I'm proposing to my sales manager to propose to Casino del Sol, let me host an event where we do a craps tournament. We'll show you how to play craps and make it where it's a low cost, high reward situation. Tournaments like a tournament's where you buy in for like $20 and you get like $500 worth of chips that you play with only at that craps table. Whoever has the most money at the end of that tournament wins the jackpot. It's very simple, and it's a great way to introduce people to that game. I should work for Casino del Sol too. I should be a consultant on the side, but since I'm not, and I'm hosting this morning show out of the broom closet, that's my idea right now, and I'm hoping that it could come true. We'll see. We will see. I got my fingers crossed, but I'm actively pushing it. And, right now they only have one table, but one table's all I need. That's 16 players, baby. We could do this. All right, I got good news to start off today. Of course, with pandemic, the year has been long and weird, and you forget the things that happened just last year, because last year seems like a decade ago. But, a sad reminder, legendary U of A coach Lute Olson passed away in August of last year. But since we were in the middle of the pandemic, the public didn't have a place to be able to mourn him. Well, I'm happy to announce that the University of Arizona will host a public tribute for the former men's basketball head coach Lute Olson at 11:30 a.m. Sunday, September 12th, inside the McHale Center. So that's going to be really nice. We're going to pack out the McHale Center for this and pay tribute to the coach who did so much for the organization and the university, but so much for the community as well. And of course, don't forget, won a national championship, and that's not easy to do. So with that, we hope to pack out the McHale Center as we honor the life and legacy of Lute Olson. And they ask, in lieu of flowers, the university wants you to make contributions to the Lute Olson Endowed Scholarship for Excellence in Men's Basketball. So it's an excellent organization, and that's one way you could support if you can't make it there in person to celebrate the life and legacy of Lute Olson. So that's happening, and that's great news. Thank you. And finally, as I'm just opening up the show, I got to give you news, and don't shoot the messenger, but, it started off with TUSD issuing a mask mandate for all students and teachers. My daughter's in that school district, so she's been dealing with that. It didn't prevent her from getting sick, though. I mean, she doesn't have the COVID, but she still got a cold because all those high school kids are, germs, just walking germs. Anyways, well, now there's other school districts that have lined up, and they're doing the same. And this is actually to counter what the governor's doing. The governor is not punishing the schools that are doing the mask mandates, but they're not rewarding them. So instead of punishing the schools that are doing the mask mandates, what Ducey is doing is trying to give cash incentive to schools who refuse to do mandates or do any kind of protection in this age of COVID. Now, that didn't really get a bunch of high schools excited about, pretending that COVID doesn't exist or not trying to protect their staff or students from catching COVID in this time when it's going around very much so with the Delta variant. So Catalina Foothills, Amphi, and Nogales USD joined TUSD and requiring students and staff to wear masks. And honestly, guys, don't be upset about it. It's not a bad thing. Let them wear masks for the time being, so that way we don't have to keep them home all school year because we don't want them home. We want them out there socializing and learning the best they can, but at the same time being safe. So there's the compromise there. So that's what's happening to open up the show. Again, we got Skillet tickets coming up around 6:30. Coming up next, we got another dose of the Morning Moron. I got 2 headlines that I'll share with you here after Five Finger Death Punch, but only one of them is going to be dubbed the Morning Moron. We'll find out who that's going to be again after Five Finger Death Punch. So stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents Good Morning. All right, clear. Why so early? Just saying hi. Just saying hi, doing the show open for you. And I'm actually going to end the stream here soon. But I wanted to let you know about the score report that we're doing at 7:10 and the Skillet tickets in case you wanted to win those, because I'm doing that a little earlier as well. And then so many other things that we're going to touch on. And good morning, Stephanie. And that craps table, Christine. I already got my eyes on that craps table. Shit, you might even see me there this weekend. Kind of breaking it in. I got to check my bank account, though, and see what their limits are. I'm sure it's going to start off at a small limit, maybe 5, but, you could blow the money on the craps table pretty fast. All right, morning more on the headlines that I'm going to do today. A guy gets sprayed by a skunk while hiding from the cops, and then thieves broke into a restaurant and were fined for not wearing face masks. The fact that people are committing crimes without face masks nowadays is the most head-smacking dumbassery that you can even think of. I mean, you have the perfect excuse to cover your face now, and you don't even look like a suspect. In fact, actually, some people see you walking in with the face mask, think you look like a pussy, so they're not going to expect you to rob the place. That's when you do it. But again, I'm not trying to give you advice on how to commit crimes. All right, let's see. Good morning for the Chunky Cholos. Good to see you. I know I don't see the Chunky Cholos in the 9 a.m. stream, and I apologize for that. But again, I think we're going to be doing like a dual stream here in a couple weeks. This is kind of like just a fun way to kind of start things off. And I think before I even leave my stream, I might even have a clip or two to share with you that we didn't get to share yesterday. Even though, I don't know, yesterday wasn't my greatest show. I'm going to cancel court. I don't know. I mean, I'll save all this stuff. I have so many clips, guys. You should see this. It's great. I'm loading up these video clips to where I'll be able to do just nonstop streams and have it be content without taking any breaks. You work and go in and 8. I understand. So yes, we are going to do a dual stream here soon enough. Sabo. Is that how you pronounce it? That's how I'm pronouncing it. All right. Well, that's all the stream that I'm going to do for right now. I got to get ready to do the morning moron. But again, in quick recap, we're giving away tickets here in about 20 minutes to Skillet. And we got the score report playing at 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. And that's Mari and Nick in today's score report. On top of that, a bunch of different things. This week, bad ideas, a living wage in each state. I got, if you want to see script, I have a bunch of different things to get to. A whole bunch of different things to get to, and no shortage of content this morning. Plus, I mean, I just want to talk. So I'll have a lot of just talking that we'll be sharing as well. And some music. Yeah, it's a music show too. So don't quit for me, buddy. No, because what will happen is you'll quit for me, and then I'll get fired, and then we'll both be unemployed. And that's not going to be good. But I appreciate that. Sabo, you have a good week too, or good morning, and the rest of you. Thank you guys for checking out this early stream. Don't forget to check back at 9 a.m. when we go live once again and listen to the show, Rock 102.1. All right, that's all the time that I'm going to do on this live stream. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit later.